I heard that. Yeah. Going live in 1 minute. Going live in 1 minute. Chip, chip. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phame Show. It's your boy, Joe Phame. It's been quite some time since we did a last show. My last show was with Johnny Chromatic, which is a famous guitar player, which if you missed it, make sure you check it out on my YouTube channel at Joe Phame. That's Phame. We're back in action, and we're going to do it huge. This is actually the first female I'm going to have on my show, and she is very, very talented. She's blowing up everywhere right now. I'm hearing her on the radio. I'm seeing her on TV. This girl's making moves. So without further ado, I do want to introduce Samantha Leigh. Hey, what's going on?
How's it going?
Good. Let everybody know who you are, where you're from.
My name is Samantha Leigh. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio, and I currently reside in Tampa, Florida.
Oh, wow. How long you been living down in Florida?
I came down here in 2005, so it's been a minute.
How you liking it down here?
I love it down here. You don't ever want to go back to the snow once you have the beaches next to you.
Exactly. That's why I left New York. Couldn't deal with the snow and shoveling. Nope.
Oh, it's terrible. And defrosting your car and scraping the ice off. It's terrible.
Definitely is. Definitely is. So basically how this works, since it's your first time on, I ask you a series of questions and we play some of your material. She's got a lot of great material. You guys are definitely going to stay put for it. It's insane. It's insane. Definitely a lot of great talent. So basically, what kind of singer are you? Like what kind of genre do you mostly sing?
My original music is very like bluesy country, I would say.
Okay. So how long have you been singing for?
I've been singing my entire life, but I've been singing professionally as a career for 15 years.
15 years, as long as I've been DJing. That's good. Year.
Yeah.
So what inspires you to actually start singing?
My mom was a singer growing up, so she was always singing around me. She was in a country band called Buckshot, and they toured around Ohio and um, surrounding areas. And so she used to bring me on stage with her when I was like 2 or 3 years old, and I'd sing like Patsy Cline with her. And so I kind of got it from her. And from there, I just loved the stage, I think, and I always wanted to be on the stage.
So do you play any instruments or you mostly just sing?
I mostly just sing. I dabble on a couple instruments, like enough to like write songs, but I've been taking guitar lessons throughout quarantine, so hopefully that'll change soon.
So what style of music do you enjoy maybe listening to or playing the most? You do say you're the blues country, but is there other genres that maybe you listen to or even like performing on the side, maybe not?
I mean, blues is my all-time favorite genre of music. It's just the best. But I like all genres of music, like every single kind. If you listen to my playlists, you'd probably laugh because it goes from like rap to like R&B to Motown to country to just kind of all over the place.
So what would you say, like what artist actually inspired you? If you had to say like an artist or something that really inspired you to really get into singing, like who would you say?
I always say like one of my biggest influences I feel like is Bonnie Raitt because she was like super bluesy. She had a couple of mainstream things that were kind of pop country-ish, but when I was growing up, I had all the old classic country albums like the Judds and Martina McBride and Reba McEntire, and so I feel like those kind of shaped. And then as I was growing up, going into my teens, obviously the divas, Mariah, Celine, Whitney. I listened to those on repeat forever. So I feel like those had a big influence on my music as well.
Nice. So if you actually got a chance to perform with any of those artists, like who would you choose? Like if you get to perform with any of those first big artists that you get to choose, who would you choose and
I
why?
mean, okay, so I didn't name this one, but one of my favorite singers is Susan Tedeschi from the Tedeschi Trucks Band. She's like a blues singer. If people know her through the Tedeschi Trucks Band, but man, if you don't know who she is, I would look up one of her videos. She's a killer guitar player and just rockin' singer. So I'd probably love to share the stage with her.
Nice, sounds good. So that's just a little bit about her. We're gonna learn a lot more about her, but we're gonna jump into one of her songs called "Devil in Red," and then we're gonna talk about that song when we get back. So this is "Devil in Red." Check it out.
Well, Devil just appeared, sound whispering in my ear, telling me things I wanted to hear. I knew it wasn't right, should have been listening to the other side, but there's no angel with me tonight. So bring on the boys, bring on the booze, because tonight there's nothing to lose. Cross all the lines, break all the rules. Tonight I am the devil in red shoes. One shot, two shot, five. I'm feeling pretty lit on fire. This boy said, do you wanna go for a ride? So I said, what the hell? And we hopped in his Chevelle, and I heard the devil laugh to himself. So bring on the boys, bring on the booze, because tonight there's nothing to lose. Cross all the lines, break all the rules. Tonight I am the devil in red shoes. Oh yeah, yeah. I know that I sin, but that won't keep me from doing it again. I can't help, he's got me under his spell. Oh, the devil's got me and I can't break free, so I'm on his well. Hey, bring on the boys, bring on the booze, because tonight there's nothing to lose. Bring on the boys, bring on the booze, because tonight there's nothing to lose. Cross all the lines, break all the rules. Tonight I am the devil. Whoa, I'm the devil. Yeah, yeah, I'm the devil. Yeah, yeah. I woke up the next day, wish I never played his game. I guess the devil had his way.
So that was "Devil in Red." So why don't you tell us a little bit about that song?
Yeah, so that was my first single that I released back in 2014. Yeah, that song, I always laugh because it's like the fastest song I ever wrote. I was sitting poolside with like my best friend, and we were just like clapping along. I think like a Johnny Cash song or something was on the radio. And I was like, I love the vibe of that. And so we were just like clapped and like laid down a little like clapping voice memo. And we just kind of had this idea of like devil in red shoes, like this girl who is trying to be good, but she's got this little devil on her shoulder, like trying to convince her to like go out and be bad or whatever. And then the end of the story kind of is she wakes up the next day and, you know, she kind of regrets listening to the devil side on her shoulder. And so, yeah, it's just kind of a fun like party song. And yeah, people love it.
That definitely has a lot of energy. I could picture it being played at like a country club or a country bar.
Yeah.
Definitely, it's got a lot of energy. Is that the band that you mostly work with now, or is that just a random bunch of band members?
That and my whole EP actually were produced by an amazing producer in St. Augustine. He actually played bass on the first couple Paramore records and worked for Sony for a lot of years, but he actually played everything on the track and did the background vocals with me. So it's not even a full band. He layered the track himself. He played bass, guitar, tambourine,
Nice.
everything in there. So
Yeah, because definitely came out good. Doing definitely had the high energy.
I love how it came out. It's so fun.
Me too. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm a very honest person. I'm not the biggest in the country, but honestly, when I first heard that song, I was like, okay, I could vibe to this. I could actually physically see myself playing that at like a country bar, like if I'm DJing or something.
It's funny because I hear that comment so much. People being like, I don't normally like country, but I like your song. So I'm like, I guess that works out well. Because I guess I could hit all the people who hate country too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to play that song next time I DJ somewhere. I'm gonna play
Yes.
it and see what kind of reaction I get, because they love country when I DJ. So
People love it.
I'm gonna test it out.
You'll have to let me know.
Oh, I definitely will. So basically, if you could play anywhere in the world, which I know looks like you just came back from somewhere recently, but if you could play anywhere in the world, where would you choose?
Like a bucket list, like place to play or like destination?
Either like a country, state, a venue.
I mean, Red Rocks is probably on every performer's bucket list. And then, take a step up from there, Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Not back at your hometown in Ohio?
I've performed there a bunch. I love going back there and playing because then I can have, friends and family come. Playing a show actually in Canton in the end of September. So it's like about an hour from Cleveland. So hopefully I'll have a bunch of family and stuff come to that.
Didn't you just perform in a different state recently?
Yeah, I work for a company based out of Dallas. And so I travel kind of all around the U.S. playing shows like corporate events, weddings, kind of all kinds of things. But yeah, last weekend I did a 4th of July event in Oklahoma. And the weekend before that, I was in Dallas.
Nice. I'm jealous.
Yeah.
So you get to travel a lot then. So you get to see a lot of different places.
Yeah, it's been really weird, obviously, in the pandemic, not going anywhere. And so the last 2 weeks, I've finally it was weird getting on a plane,
I bet.
after all this because, Southwest, they have everyone spread out and it felt really safe. But I flew American this past weekend and it was jam packed. Definitely not social distance. So that was kind of weird. But I love getting to travel for work. I mean, I've seen so many places through music that it's just crazy. And internationally too. I've played on Mexico and a couple different islands and Aruba and Canada and kind of just all over the place.
Wow. So have you done like big countries before, or like London, Europe?
No, but actually there was a show booked in Europe on the books before this pandemic hit. And so now I think it's going to get moved to 2021, but I'm still excited for that to happen.
There you go. What part of Europe, if you don't mind me asking?
In London.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? I did hear that there was one in Greece coming up.
Oh.
You never know.
No, that's big. London, you just be prepared yourself. You've never been to London before.
The funny thing is as the pandemic hit, I was in Europe because
okay.
I love to travel. So I try to go somewhere every year, but my uncle had never been to Europe. So we planned this big Europe trip and we were in the middle of it when they decided to like kind of start closing the borders and everything got crazy. So I had to leave in the middle of it, but I flew in and out of London and I bought a new flight back, but we had like a 6-hour time window when we first got to London. So my uncle and I ran around London and kind of got to see that. But we spent time in Amsterdam and Belgium.
Nice.
And that was awesome.
So you've definitely done a lot. So what tips would you give to somebody that maybe wants to start being a singer or, get into it? What kind of tips would you give to somebody starting out?
I would say I always tell people that some people look at it as like, oh my God, I wish I could do that one day, but it's very obtainable. There is so much work as a vocalist, whether it be in bands, recording, theme parks, cruise ships, theater. There's just so many opportunities out there that I would just say you just have to go for it and don't hold back because you don't think you're good enough. You just got to put yourself out there.
So would you say as maybe an original artist compared to a cover artist, what kind of tips would you tell them to focus more maybe on the cover in the beginning and then focus on their own material, or basically kind of start on their own material?
I think everyone's completely different. It depends on if your goal is to be an original artist or if your goal is to make money in music as a career, because those are kind of two, I mean, they can be one and the same, but if you're just wanting to make a career in music and you're happy with that and you don't care about fame or writing your own music, then obviously focus on, covers and getting into that kind of work. But if your focus is that you want to create original content, then I would say put your whole heart in that and get it out there.
All right, sounds good. So what is your thought process, when you come up with your own songs and you start writing your own material? What's like, do you go into a certain zone, or how do you get into the zone too?
My first couple songs, I kind of came up with like a melody and the lyrics before the music, and I kind of took them to my bandmates and we kind of creatively put music to them after I wrote the melody. But lately, I've found that I'm more inspired when I have a chord progression already, or I have a track that someone's given me. I can write to that and I'm more inspired by that easily.
So if you got to perform at any festival in the world, where would you love to perform at or get to choose?
Coachella?
You would choose Coachella?
I think so.
I mean,
that'd be so fun.
I mean, there's bigger country festivals than Coachella, but.
Well, I mean, it's not about the location.
Well,
I just feel like that is like such a hyped. I mean, obviously all the festivals are like super hyped up, but I just feel like, I don't know.
Would you do like a rock fest down here?
Oh yeah. For sure.
So what was I gonna say? If you were to get a chance to basically, let's just say a band member of one of your favorite bands dropped out and you got a chance to be the lead singer in the band, who would you love to be the lead singer in a band? Like what band would you choose?
Oh, these are fun questions. Wow. Who would I want to be the lead singer of? I don't even know. I'm like stumped right now. Oh, it would be fun group to be a part of? Like a boy band.
A boy band?
Yes. Like NSYNC or Backstreet Boys.
Okay, 90s or like newer?
No, 90s, 100%, where they had all the choreo and they're freaking, doing all the stuff with it. Because, I mean, you're getting to sing and dance and put on a show. I feel like that'd be fun.
Have you ever danced or choreographed your own material for like any of your songs or when you perform?
Not for my original songs, but I have choreographed some numbers for some shows. I've performed on cruise ships and theme parks and all kinds of stuff like that. So I've definitely had to pick up some dance background for all those things.
Okay. Sounds pretty good. We're going to dive into another one of your cover tracks, actually.
Cool.
We're going to play one called Stone Cold, and then we'll talk about this cover when we get back. All right, check it out.
Stone cold, stone cold. You see me standing, but I'm dying on the floor. Stone cold. Maybe if I don't cry, I won't feel anymore. Stone cold, baby. God knows I try to feel happy for you. Know that I am, even if I can't understand. I'll take the pain, give me the truth. Me and my heart will make it through. If happy as
All right. So that was a cover. Wow. You got pipes on you.
Oh, thank you.
So yeah. So what inspired you to do the cover for that and the video, and how was that all set up?
I remember hearing that song. She did like a live version of it. I think it was maybe on American Idol or something. And first time I heard that song, I was like, what in the world? That song is crazy. And at that point, I was going through some vocal issues, and I kind of made that like my goal song that like once I could sing that song, I knew my like vocals were back to 100%. And so I kind of like worked on it for a while. And then that was Joe Kosis playing on the keys in that video. And he's one of my band members, and he plays like 15 instruments. He's ridiculously amazing. And he's a producer, and so he just kind of does it all. But I got to play with him, and I was like, this song is awesome. It's already just piano and vocals. Like, let's kind of do a little cover of it. And yeah, he played that with me and recorded it, and we put it together. And yeah,
Yeah, it came out really good.
thanks.
I was actually really surprised. I dealt with a lot of singers, worked with a lot of different singers, and honestly, when I heard your voice, I'm like, oh, she'd be like a great person to work with. I feel like knows how to sing the right notes. Like, I don't know.
I've been doing it a while.
Comes with experience. That's why.
Yeah.
So, what do you hate and love most about being a singer and being in the industry?
Okay. What I hate, I actually was having this conversation today with a coworker, is that I feel like being in the industry and kind of doing what we love for work takes away from the passion a little bit, because then it becomes work versus, you know, you kind of start looking at like a gig or going to something, you're like, oh man, I have to go to work, versus being like, oh my God, I actually get to sing on stage in front of, a bunch of people and get paid for it. You like forget that a little bit. And then also I kind of hate that by singing so many songs and so many covers, it like ruins the music for you, because then you hear those songs and you're like, ugh, I've sang this song 100 times. I don't want to hear it anymore. But I guess what I love about this is the same concept, is that you get to do your passion for a living and you get paid to do it, and you get to share that kind of moment with the world. And especially now with social media, is like you can take your most vulnerable moments, like whether it be, a song you wrote or a video, and put it out there and for the world to judge you, and kind of, and not a lot of careers are like that, to where you're like putting yourself just kind of out there. And that's kind of what I love about it, is you can like touch so many people with music.
Good answer. Good answer. So, do you feel like you're always learning and improving, or do you feel like you mastered what you've done?
Oh no, I don't think you ever master anything in music. I think you always keep learning. Um, I mean, even the craziest singers that you can think of, you look into their life and you just think that they're just going on tour, they're doing this, but behind the scenes, they're taking vocal lessons, they're doing vocal workouts, they're improving their craft all the time. So I think you can just keep learning.
So, what you say that you're more focused on now? Maybe that you're learning more. You did say the guitar, but is there any other different techniques that you're working on right now to build and get stronger?
I mean, I've been kind of taking some vocal lessons. I've been taking guitar lessons. I ultimately would love to be able to accompany myself on shows and be able to play and sing at the same time. Um, I think that will help with writing and being able to write music better, kind of understanding the music theory behind it. But yeah.
So, would you like audition for like any of those music shows, or have you before?
Yes, I have. I've been to all of them. And it's funny because I've actually been asked to go audition for The Voice numerous times. In this past season, I made it the farthest. I went and did a private audition. I made it through that, and I got a call back. And I did an interview, and then I got called back and flown to LA for final callbacks. I made it through that, and I got kind of got told yes that I was going onto the show, and then they made some last minute cuts, and unfortunately I didn't actually get on the show. But I do feel proud that I kind of made it into like the top 100-ish of the country, so that was still a good feeling.
That's pretty good. Would you try doing that again, or?
I mean, that was kind of like my fourth time, and I'm in my 30s, and I don't know. It's also like it takes a big toll on you too, like going through that whole process, and you have to be able to kind of drop everything to be there for a month at a time for recording and stuff. So it worked out perfectly this past year because I had just came off a ship. I didn't have any kind of conflicts, but once you're consistently gigging, it's kind of hard because to kind of get out of work and contracts that you've signed and stuff to possibly not make it again is kind of hard.
So have you actually worked for a cruise ship before, like as a singer, or?
Yep, I did a contract with Norwegian Cruise Lines.
Too.
Oh yeah.
Which one were you on?
I was on the Sun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of the smaller, older ships, but yeah, I just actually got off last June from that.
How did you like it?
I actually loved it. I have like a super spontaneous soul, and like I have like a whole travel blog and like travel Instagram, and because I love to travel. So I think I live well in that kind of situation because I'm very spontaneous and I like to like fly by the seat of my pants. So I loved it.
That's awesome. Where was it out of? Like, where did you guys sail to?
We went through South America, which was really cool because I feel like a lot of those places I wouldn't have probably gone on my own. They weren't on my bucket list, but we went kind of, through the whole Caribbean and through the Panama Canal to, Costa Rica, Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, the Falkland Islands, Peru.
Wow.
We went to, it was awesome.
I just was in Hawaii. I just kept going around and around all the islands.
You were on Pride of America?
Yeah, Pride of America I was on.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had friends on that ship.
Yeah, I did it for like 6 months, and it was just too long out in sea, and I was like, okay, I'm good. I did what I did.
See, 6 months is hard when you're going to the same destination.
Yeah.
But we went to so many different ports. It was kind of always changing, so it never got boring.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I was always working, though, so they always gave me extra work. So every time somebody was off, I couldn't go or something like that. So, yeah. I didn't see much of Hawaii than I wanted to. Yeah, it was kind of horrible. It was like literally I didn't get a chance to really explore Hawaii the way I wanted to. But
that's the one good thing about being a singer on a ship is you do have a lot of, free time and a lot of privileges kind of to be able to explore a little bit more.
Yeah, that's what I thought as a DJ, but I was wrong.
No.
But it was cool. It was a great experience to have. So if anybody hasn't worked on a ship, if you're an entertainer, definitely do it at least once. You can explore, see something new. You meet a lot of great people. That's the best part. Honestly,
from all around the world, and it's just so awesome.
So where has been your favorite place that you got to perform at?
I did a show in Mexico last year in Cancun, and it was one of my favorite shows that I've done. The crowd was just ridiculously amazing. I had this big feature singing like a Whitney Houston song, and the crowd was just like on their feet and like screaming and singing along, and it kind of felt like my own little mini concert. And so I think that was probably my favorite show I've done.
Was that your biggest crowd show that you've done, or
no? I think there was maybe 1,000 people there, somewhere around there. But I used to do 4th of July shows in Dallas that had about 60,000 people at them.
So that's like a festival, like a small festival.
Yeah, well, it's like a big 4th of July event that they have every year, and yeah, it's huge. So many people.
And a lot of energy that you do there.
Oh, yeah. Full on energy. The crowd goes crazy. It's the coolest feeling.
Especially The Devil in Red, you performed that there?
No.
No?
It was definitely a cover situation. So.
Gotcha. So we're actually going to jump into another one of your covers that you did called, I believe, Best Part.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to play that really quick, and we'll be right back.
You don't know, babe, when you hold me and kiss me slowly, it's the sweetest thing. And it don't change If I had it my way, you would know that you are. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're my sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give yourself to me? Give it all. I just wanna see, I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow, no matter how far. If life is a movie, but you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Oh, the best part.
It's the sunrise and those brown eyes. You're the one that I desire. When we wake up and then we make love, it makes me feel so nice. You're my water when I'm stuck in the desert. You're the Tylenol I take when my head hurts. You're the sunshine of my life. Oh,
I just wanna see how beautiful you are. You know that I see it. I know you're a star. Where you go, I follow, no matter how far. If life is a movie, oh, you're the best part. Oh, you're the best part. Oh, the best part.
if you love me, won't you say something?
Say something.
If you love me, won't you?
Ooh.
If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you? If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you?
If you love me.
If you love me, won't you say something? If you love me, won't you? Love me, won't you?
Hey, that was the other cover. So why don't you tell us a little bit about that one?
Okay, so that one I recorded in Dallas with a really talented coworker. His name is Josh McGee. He goes by Josh AM on like social media, and he's got some original music, and he's obviously ridiculously talented. But the cool thing about that is after we posted that video, her, HER herself, like actually liked that video, and we were like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
Yes, that was really cool.
How long ago did you record that one?
I think a little over a year ago.
I was gonna say you had the green hair.
It's a wig.
Oh, the wig.
Everyone who knows me, I wear wigs like all the time at my shows because I like to change it up. And I'm also very lazy about doing my own hair. And so I have like blonde wigs. I have blue, purple, red. And everyone knows me as like my hair color is always going to be different.
There you go. So it's better to just keep dyeing your hair every so often.
I used to do that, and then I got old real fast. Your hair, my hair is too thin and it doesn't handle all the damage very well.
So for singing for so long, would you ever teach somebody how to sing? Like if somebody maybe close to you, or if you saw somebody that had something, would you give him lessons or her lessons?
I've gotten asked this a bunch if I'd give lessons. And I always feel like I'm not qualified to give lessons because I didn't study voice, and because I don't play piano. That's kind of how you go through a vocal lesson with somebody is, on piano, like doing scales and telling them where to hit a pitch and everything else. So I honestly don't think I'm qualified to teach a vocal lesson, although some people think that I can, but maybe I'm just too scared to.
You never know. Maybe like a family member or something.
Maybe.
Teach your mom. No.
La, la, la.
Yeah, best practice. And you're like, nope, mom, stick to your day job. Nope.
Exactly.
So, you've been also doing on I think I saw you on a news channel recently.
Yeah, I had a big release last week, a new single called 90 Years, and we did a little segment on Channel 10 News. So that was really cool because it was actually on my grandma's birthday, and the song is written for and about my grandma. And so it was really special to be able to have that segment on the news and get to perform that on her birthday for her.
Oh wow! So you actually get to perform it on her actual birthday. So did she get to see it?
She got to see it, and the day before her birthday, she didn't know anything about the song. I surprised her with this song that I wrote for her 90th birthday. And yeah, it was a beautiful moment. She definitely had tears. My grandpa had tears. The whole family was crying. It was a really special moment.
How long did it take you to write it?
That is another fast one. So, we were supposed to have this big party for my grandma's 90th birthday, and clearly because of COVID, that didn't happen. And so I was sitting there with my brother, and I was like, what can we do to make like her 90th birthday really special? And then I was just like, duh, why didn't I think of this? Like, why don't we try to write a song? And this was about a month before her birthday, or maybe a month and a half. And I was like, that'd be cool if we could release it for her birthday, but that's kind of cutting it close. And so I had my brother like lay down a simple chord progression, and I took that like voice memo and wrote the song within like 2 or 3 days. And it just kind of all came really fast. Obviously the inspiration wasn't lacking with my grandma because she's freaking awesome. I love her. And so, yeah. And then I was like, dang, I played it for a couple of people, and people were like, wow, this song is powerful. It's amazing. Oh my God. And almost everyone that heard it that didn't even know my grandma like cried. Women, obviously, not all men. But so then I was like, dang, I think I'm going to try to record this and release it before the first. And so, yeah, I just made it happen, and here we are.
There you go. Those are like the best songs to create, is the ones that really come from your heart, really comes from somewhere serious, because you show your emotions. You really get to express how you feel in a track. And I feel like as an artist, that's the best time to really showcase what you really have and really bring it to the forefront, because it's, something means a lot to you, so you can actually like relate to it. It's just, and you show all emotions on a track.
But not only does it mean a lot to me because I know how it pertains to my grandma, but that the lyrics are generic enough to where it's relatable to anybody who has a strong female in their life or who's grown up, that they've looked up to someone that was strong like that. So
you have other family members that are also in the music industry or works doing music? Because you said your brother plays the piano as well.
He plays guitar.
A guitar.
Yeah. And he helped me write the chord progressions for that song. And my cousins play guitar. My mom was in a band. So yeah, kind of a musical family.
There you go. So it runs in the family. So since this song is getting very popular, we're now hearing it on the radio. I think I heard it the other day.
Yeah.
So that's getting some airplays. Have you heard it since, or was it just that one time? Or
it was just that one time that I've heard of so far. So I'm kind of hoping to keep getting it out there and letting more people hear it.
Gotta get in a rotation. So if you guys haven't heard it yet, you're gonna hear it first here on the Phame Show. It's called 90 Years, and this is a very deep, emotional, very great song. So check it out.
1, 2. I'll tell you a story about a woman who made me who I am. Tough times and trouble, she fought through each struggle, even when she felt like giving in. 90 years should flew by. A story lost in time of the good times and the bad, every smile and every laugh, all the scars along the way show your strength, and I just pray that I'm half the woman you are someday. facing her at every turn, but she stood as tall and strong as oak. No matter what life threw her way, she came out stronger every day, even through the losses she was dealt. 90 years and strong as 5. Every wrinkle, every line tells a story lost in time of the good times and the bad. Every smile and every laugh, all the scars along the way show your strength, and I just pray that I'm half the woman you are someday. 1930, I'll tell you a story about a woman who made me who I am.
So that was 90 years. That was a very beautiful song. Very, 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 very beautiful song.
Thank you. We have a new guest with us.
Oh, look at that. Who's that little buddy?
This is Clank. Everyone that knows me knows Clank. He's famous in these parts. You gotta say your hello, buddy.
There you go. If you don't know Clank, you're gonna know now.
Now you know.
Now you know. So where was that? Where did you film that song? That set?
So actually, the guy that was playing guitar in that video, or the slide guitar, is Joe Coase, is the same one that was playing piano in that Stone Cold video. And that was actually in his studio. We recorded that. And that was my brother on guitar and my bass player, Tito.
Wow. It definitely came out really good.
Yeah, that's like our little acoustic video version. And so I encourage everyone who, if that's your first time hearing it, definitely go listen to the original song on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, wherever you listen to music. It definitely has a really cool vibe when like the drums and stuff come in.
Nice. So yeah, so speaking of that, where else can they find you and everything? You just want to shout out people you know, where they can find you at?
Yeah, I want to shout out to all my fans out there. What up, Cleveland? No, you can find my music anywhere that you stream music. Like I said, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, kind of just anywhere that you stream music, my music should be there. And it's under Samantha Leigh, Leigh. And I'm going to shout out to my mom, dad, stepmom, stepsister Danielle for watching right now. Yeah.
Awesome. So would you ever come back in the future to show some of your more new material when you come out with it in the future?
Of course. I'd love to. This has been great.
All right. It's definitely a pleasure having you on. Yeah, definitely looking forward to any new music. You got any new projects coming out or any new songs you're working on, new albums dropping?
Well, yeah. I mean, the goal is to definitely have another new album after this single release. So I'll be working on that. Quarantine definitely gives you time to work on it. So
sounds good. I may have to actually do a little collab with you. Maybe get you a little LU element, but put you on something different. But I think you can hold on. Put you
Let's
on
do it.
I think I got some tracks I can probably put you on.
I actually have done, the funny thing is I have some people from LA and a couple different studios that send me tracks to write to for projects of theirs or anything else. And I've done a couple hip hop tracks. I've done a couple R&B tracks. I kind of can do like all that kind of stuff. So yeah, send them my way.
Sounds good. We're gonna put you to the limits.
I love it. I love it.
All right. Well, definitely. Thanks again for coming in, and
Thank you.
hopefully we stay in touch.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye. So that was Samantha Leigh. Definitely really talented singer. Like, wow, I'm actually surprised. That was my first time actually hearing her material, what she could do, and I'm actually blown away. Like, I'm just, woo. I come across so many singers and just actually come across a really talented singer with such a beautiful voice. It's really kind of a huge blessing. Definitely looking forward to what she's going to have to bring in the future. I can see big things for her real soon. So definitely make sure you check her out on all of her platforms at Samantha Leigh. Definitely, get those songs on Spotify, get her those plays, because, yeah, she's got a voice. She's got skills. Definitely going to see her grow, and it's definitely going to be a real big step for her in her career. I can definitely see it. So definitely so thankful for you to tune in and, for being on my show. Definitely means the world. So this is the Phame Show. So if you haven't been to the show yet, if you got a talent and you want to be on my show to showcase your talent, I want you on my show. Just hit me up on either at Joe Phame on any of my social medias. You go to my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to that so you actually see the live footage of this, repeats on that. Also on Twitch, follow me on Twitch at Joe Phame. I am there. And like I said, if you got talent, I want you on my show. The world's got talent. America got talent. That's right here. That's the Phame Show. So no matter what you do, I want you on my show. I want you to get a chance to showcase your talent. Let everybody get a chance to really see and hear what you got to offer and to bring to the table. And definitely, I want you here. So make sure you follow me on all the platforms. Definitely hit me up. You can even look up the Phame Show now. You'll see something, so you can send me a message on the Phame Show as well on Facebook. So definitely hit me up because I'm trying to make this channel grow. I want everybody to get out there. I want everybody to be seen. I want everybody to be heard. I want this to take off, not just for me, but for you, because you guys are the ones with the talent. You guys are amazing. Every guest I had so far has wowed me more and more on each and every episode that I've been doing. So definitely look forward to the next one. I'm going to working on some new ones. I got an artist right now who's actually blowing up on TikTok. His song is actually getting crazy on TikTok right now, so I'm trying to get him on it. Also trying to get some other big acts that I can. But even people just growing as an act, no matter how low you are in your career or how high you are in your career, I definitely want you on my show. I'm still trying to get some celebrities to get back in that. I did a couple of celebrities way back in my career. I'm trying to get some new ones on here if I can. Just got to keep grinding. Just got to keep reaching out. So if you know anybody that knows somebody that, would be great to have on the show, why not? So like I said, I hope you guys like this one. I really hope you like this one. If you haven't got a chance to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I actually just bought a new toy. It's a little NPC Exakai, so I'm actually learning that, and basically between that and my dental products, and I'm gonna go dive into more, get really back into music production again, and I'm definitely gonna start reaching out to these artists that I have coming on my show, because I got so much great talent that I want to work with, and this is opening doors for so many opportunities. So definitely want to make sure you check it all out. So once again, I hope you guys do enjoy this one. I am out. This one's a little bit shorter, but it's okay. It was a long day today. I hope everyone's being safe during this whole COVID situation, and everyone is hopefully going back. I know it's been tough, especially for DJs. I went back to work, and then they took away from me in a second. So it's really sad. I really hope we get through this really quick, because I know we're all in this together, and hope everybody's just really holding tight. Hope we get back to normal soon. Get to wild out at the clubs, get to dance and have a good time, and all the entertainers. I mean, this is like a chance, I guess, for all the entertainers, since it's so tough, with them just being home. So it's a tough road, but definitely we're all in this together. We are all standing strong. But yeah, so once again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. So make sure to follow me. I'm going to let you know when my next show is going to be. It's kind of hard. It was Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. My work schedule is getting changed now, so everything's getting messed around. Plus, I'm just now reaching out to different artists. Artists are now in the studio working on new material and getting some stuff out. So just stay put, because there's going to be so much great talent. And like I said, you got that talent. I want you on my show. So definitely hit me up.